Community announcement.
Try to make this brief and not lose it. Fellow Rotarians, one of the reasons why I joined our club was because of the support and passion we have for our community, and today I call on that passion. From 19 to 21, I was in the deep throes of drug addiction and alcohol addiction, leaving me homeless, living in a shed behind a church. That horrific cycle was changed when I walked through the doors of a WestCare facility. I would not be a Rotarian or alive if it were not for WestCare. This June will mark 15 years of living a new life, 15 years of being an upstanding member of our community, 15 years clean and sober. And the reason I bring all of this up is because the institution that helped save my life and allowed me the ability to become someone worthy of being called a Rotarian is in need of our help. Why should this matter to you? 45 years ago, WestCare was formed in Las Vegas. Since that time, their mission of uplifting the human spirit has spread to include 19 states, Guam, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and Palau, all while maintaining their international headquarters here in our own backyard, Las Vegas. And that may change without our help. WestCare Nevada currently operates 4 programs in our local community serving members with mental health, substance abuse, shelter, and other behavioral needs. They employ hundreds of members of our community and service approximately 6,000 members of the Southern Nevada community that are in help and need each year. In a brief statement from their CEO, previously WestCare Nevada, Inc. had funding to provide coverage for over 50% of our clientele who did not qualify for any other type of support, filling essential service and wraparound support gaps in our local community. We have been faced with tremendous funding challenges, making it challenging to provide the critical support we have offered in the past. Since the implementation of the Affordable Care Act, Medicaid resources have begun to replace grant funding for indigent care. Even our best efforts with on-site Medicaid enrollment still leave many of our clients without Medicaid coverage. In good faith, we have continued to provide critical services over the years. However, for the past 20 months, many of our government funding partners have failed to fulfill their financial commitments. When WestCare loses the ability to serve our most vulnerable populations, the direct result is the reduction of overall availability of behavioral health crisis care in Las Vegas. Without the availability of WestCare services, clients will use the resources needed to become healthy, functioning, and self-sustaining members of our community. These losses will result in the overcrowding of emergency rooms and increased rates of incarceration and homelessness once more. There is a scarcity of resources available to care for individuals in need, and WestCare cannot carry this burden alone any longer. Julie Kochevar, the administrator of the Nevada Behavioral and Public Health Division, said that the state cannot provide its share of the funding until the hospitals and local governments cut their checks to WestCare. Over the last 20 months, WestCare has served over 18,000 people in Nevada, causing a financial deficit of over $6 million. This trend is not sustainable, and therefore all of the programs in Reno, save for one, shut down last week. We have the ability to stop the same thing from happening here in Las Vegas. If WestCare shuts down, the men at Harris Springs Ranch will not find lasting recovery. The women and children at WestCare's Women and Children's Campus will no longer be able to enter, recover, and grow into a loving family unit, seeing them skip down the halls, and our most vulnerable populations will no longer be able to seek treatment at WestCare's Community Triage Center. Instead, fire, police, EMTs will be forced to return to the days of taking these members of our community to jail or to the ER, further straining our community financially. Each of us can contact our local representatives and request action be taken. As prestigious members of our community, if you know someone who can help or want to be actively involved, please reach out to me and help save the community, because as one of our local judges said, if WestCare closes, we're screwed. WestCare and our community need our help, and as members of the Las Vegas community, it is our responsibility to help prevent hundreds of people from losing their jobs and thousands of people from receiving the care that they so desperately need. As Rotarians, it is our responsibility to help our community when it is beneficial to all concerned. I would not be here today if it were not for WestCare, and many future members of our Las Vegas community may not survive if we don't act now. Please get in touch with me if you're willing to be of service. Thank you.
Thank you, Kirk, for your courage and for bringing this very important matter to our attention. So I urge you all to please reach out to your representatives. It is election season. They want to hear from you, and this is a matter that we need as our social safety net in our community. Now, please enjoy a quick 3 minutes for lunch and fellowship.